Biggest factor was they had a legacy Nortel system that was very, very costly to upgrade, and that drove a lot of this forward because there was a system that needed to be replaced now that was very aged, and they're out of ports. They could not add any other users, and so that's what drove part of this to bring it to fruition. And with Avaya buying Nortel, just things weren't working well.
We were looking at having to upgrade it, and the price point for upgrading was going to be extreme. We started doing interviews with different companies, and the Ericsson LG came in with a solution that fit the county very well.
Union County is a very large county, growing consistently year after year. This has put a tax on their telecommunication systems. Being to the age of some of the systems and the growth, they were not able to move up and do some of the things they needed to do.
One of the challenges we faced with the different branches of government here at Union County, we're a rural county, so Parks and Recs is 20 miles out. The connectivity there is challenging because there's no service out there hardly. With the Ericsson LG, we'll be able to use an Ethernet handoff and be able to connect back into our system. The library system was on its own system. Connectivity back into the Nortel, with it being old and antiquated, was not going to happen. We couldn't buy parts, we couldn't get support for that. The old system with the sheriff's office, they were recording, they had to have third-party recording.
When you looked at the different licensing models that the vendors came back with, it was hard for us as a customer to get our arms around the different licensing requirements to figure out what it was really going to cost us in the end.
The solution we came up with for Union County, the Ericsson LG seemed to have the perfect fit because it had all the seamless unified communications that the county was looking for.
There were several other companies we considered. We looked at the Avaya solution, we looked at ShoreTel, and we also looked at Cisco.
5 years was the total cost of ownership the county was benchmarking the various solutions from, and that would be the initial cost of implementation of the equipment and the ongoing maintenance. Of course, at the end, Ericsson LG was the one the county had chose.
A lot of the benefits the county received by going with Ericsson LG was essentially they can have communications from anywhere, anytime, and be seamless to the end user.
The admin side of it for us has been so much better. We can actually go in and change users. If there's a phone that needs to be changed, we had a phone that broke the other day. We just changed the MAC address in the back end, plugged the phone in, and it worked. The cost savings has been not relying on a third-party vendor, but also with the 5-year warranty. No other competitor could come up with that. There was no maintenance on this system for 5 years, so that in itself saved us almost the price of the system.
With the Ericsson LG and its call center, you have connections to social media. So if you have a resident that prefers to communicate to you through Twitter, Facebook, you don't limit the communication channels that the resident have to communicate with the county. You know, it's opened up now.
Our call centers will be able to instant message and tweet between each other. It also provides being able to remote control the desktop, support from the operations center manager. If they need to look at that person's desktop as they're talking to the client, then they'll be able to see data on the desktop and hear what's going on the phone.
The voice over IP is different technology than we've worked with in the past, you know, traditional phones, the TDM. As people have more of this in place, phone numbers could be going away. We have names just like you do websites. Everything will be more presence-based than phone. Let it ring and no answer. We look and see, is Joe in the office? Yes, he is. And eventually it'll be to where it's not only within the organization, but other businesses or folks that you try to contact.